Sparkle, sparkle! My apologies because in advance because I held off on starting the event. I think I believe you start the current event the same way you start Sparkle's quest. So if the event, I intended to do Sparkles first. That's why I started the video like that, but if the event does have voice acting and we get like yeeted into it, my apologies in advance, because I think they both start the same way. By talking to the Eye! Hey, Secret.
Trailblazers from the Astral Express. Welcome to the Dreamscape sales store.
Going off some Coras, people do a minimum of 2 to 3 times each month for Tartarus. No, that's not what I'm asking, though. I'm not asking, like, how many trips to Tartarus it takes on average to, like, clear the content without getting, with getting exhausted or whatever. I'm asking, like, is it possible to just not go to Tartarus at all? Like, is it possible to just not go to Tartarus at all until the very, very end of the game? Or is there, like, do they, like, give you a kind of bad ending when full moon events happen, or force you in there? It's not. Damn it! That'd be fun. Made it through episode 17 through 21. Cool, cool. Long time no see, big ol'. It's been a day.
Oh, please excuse me. I struggle to think of an appropriate way of addressing such esteemed guests as yourself. I've already made the necessary preparations. Be careful. We did pass the safety inspection stipulated by Article 027.
If you skip enough weeks, she just forces you. Dang it.
However, this dreamscape will feature unfiltered and unpolished fresh memories. It will make for a very vivid experience. Veteran gamers call this type of dream a thrill dream. I don't know if you're into that kind of thing. If you feel any discomfort, please leave the dreamscape immediately and seek professional medical help. Luckily,
I thought you were a doctor.
Excellent.
Not that kind of doctor.
Albeit a psychiatric one. Let us begin. Please, close your eyes and rest your forehead on the dream.
Yeah, congrats on meeting Guy, aka Best Boy.
Oh,
Touch
yes.
it.
I nearly forgot. That elegant girl mentioned something before she left.
The nature of this memory is special. Don't ruin the dreamscape experience for anyone else by spoiling the ending.
I won't. I've been good about that. People like Dusk have been playing along at home. I didn't spoil anything for him yesterday during One Piece. Yeah, once again, my apologies in advance. I have no idea what this actually is. I'm going to be labeling this as a Sparkles quest, but is it Sparkles or Black Swans or both? Again, this game is very confused sometimes about like who is actually the main character of their companion quests. What are her stats like? What's her effect hit rate like? Can I check that? Is it 120? Nope. I think mine actually might be a bit better. I got her light cone, by the way. I did a couple of more singles with some of the currency I got back. Got it within like 10 tries, so that was nice. So that works out. All right, yeah. I'm gonna use my own. Don't know. Maybe a bit of both. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how to feel about them doing it like that. It's very it's a little strange. Not bad, just strange.
In my estimation, there is no question about it. This is murder.
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 The people of Penacony could never come to any harm while under the watchful protection of the family.
That's that's definitely not true.
In a dream, even if you're bashed 1,000 times with a hammer, At worst, you'll still wake up in reality in a hotel.
Murder is against the law.
Not necessarily. Even if the result does not constitute harm, the criminal intent is clear enough. You specifically came here to cordon off the scene because of the unsavory nature of this case, right?
Is that the real one, or is Sparkle still LARPing?
You're not wrong. Even if there are no casualties, being smashed over the head with a hammer in the middle of the street for no reason at all? This is not the kind of thing that happens on Penacony.
This is so... When is this supposed to take place chronologically? Genuinely. Or is this... Oh, I hope this isn't like the fucking Jingliu quest. Or the Yanqing one or whatever. Is this gonna be another weird, dumb quest where, like, we don't actually... With, like, the main character doesn't actually interact at all? Like, this is just what Black Swan did after she left us to adventuring?
You are guests of the Oak family, so you may investigate the crime scene. I'll be on standby over here.
Like, no, like, this is already better than that just by virtue of having Sampo be involved instead of the boring space China people, but still.
Are you a witch? Just how did you manage to convince them in the blink of an eye that we're some kind of detectives?
And also, we at least already know these characters. Well, not so much in the case of Sparkle, assuming she's even involved. I might just be completely wrong on that. The idea, like, that Yanqing one still grinds my gears just thinking about it. The fact that we just kind of randomly see that happen. Even though we never actually talked to him directly in the entirety of the main plot there, I'm pretty sure. And yet that makes him a guest on the Express.
Just some suggestions at the memory level.
Yeah, I think we're playing as her.
If something happens in everybody's memory, then that something becomes a fact.
Weird.
If we had a little more time, I could have even convinced her I was Shipe the Harmony. Then, on to the next order of business. Let's discuss your companion, shall we?
Memo Keeper of the Garden of Recollection.
Oh.
I've been watching you for quite some time.
Okay, well that's Sparkle's mask, so I guess this actually is the real one.
You stole a glance at me when you first entered the hotel. You followed me wherever I went inside the dreamscape. In the windows along the commercial street. In the pond water reflections of the Iding Park. Even in the reflections of the wine glass. Everywhere. My dear, do you have a crush on me? Well then, seeing as you're so interested in me, let's play a little game.
Bruh.
I left a puzzle for you near OT Mall. Solve it and prove that you're capable of pleasing me. If you can solve it, then we can talk. Don't leave me waiting, my dear. Before Penacony gets flipped upside down, try to find me, catch me, and stop me.
There's actually more than one memo keeper who's come to Penacony. She's mixed me up with someone else. But no harm, no foul.
Sounds like a case
The
of
address
superiority
of the
complex from
Mascade was
Sparkle.
right here. But you never
I don't even
would've
necessarily
thought
think it's that deep. I think she's
that
just
when
kind of
Miss
a
Sparkle
dick.
mentioned a game, she was talking about wanton slaughter on the streets of Penacony.
Which makes sense for,
Such a direct act of provocation is enough to get
an
my
AHA
competitive
worshipper.
side worked up too.
Madam, forgive me. I had no idea about anything she said. As you saw, I went through a brain scan and everything. I'm just a friend, helping her deliver a letter. That's all. I never knew this was actually a declaration of warfare. They say you shouldn't kill the messenger. So, maybe you can just, let me go. You all are the big shots here. I'm really not on your level.
What a frightened look you have. Don't worry.
Child,
Since
so
this
at
has
least
nothing to do with you,
54%
I won't be
evil.
suspecting you of
How oddly
anything.
specific.
Why don't you come take a stroll with me?
Big shot.
Seems like I can't
love this
escape
man's
being an
delivery.
assistant detective. Oh, fine. It's all fine. No big deal.
He does that thing I do with my voice when I'm so incredulous at something that I start stuffing healing him. Like the ending of the Black Eagles route in Three Hopes. Jesus Christ.
If there's anything you'd like to know, please ask away.
Who is the victim?
Who was the victim?
I'm assuming this is someone else and not
IPC
Robin.
employee named Shamari. Eyewitnesses reported that a tall, strong man wearing a large robe with long sleeves walked right past Shamari and suddenly assaulted him with a hammer. Shamari collapsed on the spot and woke up from the dream. The murderer vanished in a flash.
Ooh, that sounds just like Sparkle. Her best asset is transforming her appearance to look like someone else.
Who are those two little guys?
One call them little.
Seems
Those
like
monkeys
the
are
assailants
huge.
Stole the troop from elsewhere and deliberately placed them here. What nerve! They don't even have the slightest consideration for public order. Those two have clammed up. I wonder if you two could help pry open their mouths.
Looks like a puzzle that Sparkle has left behind for you.
Any leads yet?
This is a developing case, so there aren't many clues yet. All we have to go by are the weapon used by the assailant and the victim's ID. They didn't even take the weapon with them. Sounds like they're trying to provoke us. Despicable.
Where's Mr. Shamari right now? I'd like to meet him.
I'm afraid you can't. The Oaks came forward and calmed him down. Mr. Shamari expressed that he understands the unpredictable nature of dreams, and went on to vacation in another dreamscape. Best not to bother him. Guest experiences always have to come first.
Oh, I'm afraid by the time we find him, half of Penacony will have been sent back to reality by Sparkle.
Looks like we'll have to play this little game of sparkles then.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Black Swan, you're here! I'm the constable, and this here assisting me is the bailiff for this case.
Odo?
Mr. Coldfeet, why'd you do it?
So they can talk after all.
Oh my god, they
Miss
know
Black
his old
Swan,
alias.
They're heading straight
From that one
for
Bella
you.
Gmach event I wasn't able to do on
Don't
screen.
interrupt, I wasn't talking to you.
Excuse me.
I understand Lady Black Swan has quite the intellect. I'm sure you'll be able to get to the bottom of the Sparkle murder case.
The Sparkle murder case? Wasn't the victim Shamari from the IPC?
You're wrong, Lady Black Swan. The victim is evidently none other than the matriarch of the Goldhammer family, Miss Sparkle Goldhammer.
Oh god, her parents hated her.
Oh, I guess Miss Sparkle has written herself into the skit here, and this has nothing to do with the actual case. Goldhammer? Is that her real surname?
Never heard of it. Sounds made up. Sparkle doesn't sound like a real name either.
Thank you.
Sparkle was supposed to receive 3 valiant warriors at the Goldhammer residence today, but upon their arrival, all they found was her body. Miss Sparkle had been smashed over the head by a hammer and died on the
So does Dr. Ratio. I was gonna say, a little weird to call that one out specifically. With some of these other names that exist.
Discovered that the 3 warriors were supposed to
Silver
escort
Wolf,
supplies
Black
back to the
Swan,
territory
Dr.
the day
Ratio.
before, but they were unexpectedly ambushed by the Annihilation Gang. They narrowly escaped and barely got away with their lives, finding their supplies almost completely raided. So they all shared a motive for killing Miss Sparkle, to escape punishment.
So the 3 of them teamed up to kill her.
Is the case closed?
Yes!
It's not an
No.
unsolved mystery if there are 3 murderers. Hang on. Wait.
Wait a minute!
If you can't justify it, don't bother.
Got it! Those 3 were all vying against each other to be number 2. They couldn't have cooperated on anything. So it must have been one of them acting alone.
That actually doesn't make much sense. Even if they were on bad terms, those 3...
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan. There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit. I've got the case file right here. If you want to learn more about the suspects, talk to me.
Got another slushie in your cup, Fusion? Excellent. This time it's like soda. You got one of them Coca-Cola slushies? Delightful.
Lady Black Swan, allow me to introduce the 3 suspects to you. Lefton, Zhongshan, and Wright. Lefton is one of Miss Sparkle's chief lieutenants, whose right hand was unfortunately severed while he was valiantly fighting off the Annihilation Gang. He's now learning how to write and hold a fork with his left hand. How tough that must be!
What?
And there's Zhongshan. This guy's a coward who ran away as soon as a group spotted some bandits along the road. He ended up smashing into the side of a cliff and getting his face disfigured. It's a real shame, as he used to be one of the
Phoenix
rare
Wright, he's here.
around town.
He's
Last
in
of all
Inception
comes
land.
Wright. This guy was so insatiably greedy that he still came back to try and
Well,
embezzle
never
the
mind,
rest
that's
of the
clearly not him,
supplies
then.
after they narrowly escaped with their lives.
Feeny Weenie is a good
Lying
boy.
about how the gang had taken off with everything. Lefton and Zhongshan were so incensed that they broke his legs.
Hang on, I'm confused here. Left on? Right? Some kind of joke.
Is this Sampo's new role in the plot? To call out how dumb some of these fucking names are? I'm kinda down with that.
What? Where did you get that idea from? Do you need me to go over it all again?
His VA is having so much fun. I love his voice actor so much. He is a delight.
That won't be necessary. I've memorized every detail.
No wonder you're a memo keeper.
All right.
Look, an ID card. Talent Motivation Department, Shamari. Is this the victims?
Mr. Shamari's belongings should have disappeared alongside him as he woke from the dreamscape. The fact that this ID is here means Miss Sparkle placed it here on purpose to prove that she definitely attacked someone.
I definitely committed a crime, by the way. Giant-ass goofy hammer. It's like Danganronpa 1's third case all over again.
Holy moly!
Justice
This
Hammer number
hammer is
1!
super heavy. This must be the murder weapon for the Sparkle murder case.
Miss Sparkle
Oh,
also
don't act like you
used
can't
it
lift
to
that.
attack Mr. Shamari.
I'm barely able to lift this using both hands. I have no idea how Sparkle could ever use this to hit a target.
She weighs like 90 pounds, man.
Is that all the evidence? How are we meant to solve this with so little to go on? Oh, you scared me! When did you pop out?
He gives off Adam West vibes.
The
Oh
two
my
pieces
god,
of
I
evidence
can hear
we
that.
found
Yeah,
are related
yeah.
to the attack on Shamari.
He does have the same
Miss
energy as
Sparkle
like
didn't leave
Adam
them
West's
lying around
caricature
for
of
no
himself from
reason.
Family Guy.
They're clues to the puzzle.
I could actually totally hear that.
But there are still some other clues that were placed in other areas, so they won't spoil the crime scene.
Isn't that a bit unnecessary?
No, no. It's disruptive to have a stack of irrelevant things crowding a crime scene. Miss Sparkle is a law-abiding citizen who'd never bring extra trouble to the family.
Uh-huh.
Seems quite nice of her, if you ask me.
Looks like Miss Sparkle is adding a little spice to the investigation. Let's take her up on her offer then. Mr. Assistant Detective, this way.
Tanu time! Ooh. Grunts in a way that sounds cool. Ooh.
What's this little device here for? Could you please let me know? It looks like a little button.
Don't push it, Lady Black Swan. Whatever you do, don't push it! That's the mutually assured destruction button that Miss Sparkle installed. Once pushed, Miss Sparkle and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke.
I do believe you.
Miss Sparkle also has her own button. The second she pushes hit, you and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke.
Well, now I have
That
to.
sounds like both buttons can do the exact same thing.
Correct. Exactly the same.
Oh,
Aren't you going to ask me why?
okay.
He's so fucking
Why?
done.
Because she is fair.
This is nuts!
This is knucking futs. Nope, nothing. Not that one. Nope. Back to action! And say that reminded you of that one meme from the Mario movie. Which one? Good God, ow. My eyes are really watering bad for some reason. It ain't allergy season already. Come on, man. I think you're nuts, followed by a PNG of a pile of very nuts, okay. Oh man, modern art pom-pom. No. Allergic reaction to Star Rail. Oh no, I'm allergic to this game. It's like pom-pom, but not. Okay. Excuse me. Brown pom-pom. Pom-pom NFTs. Let's go.
What's this? A plush toy?
Regardless of why it's designed to look like the conductor aboard the Astral Express, this doll, is it connected to the case?
Have you ever heard of something called a red herring in detective stories?
Red
It's a
herring!
fake clue that leads you down the wrong path.
Except for that
I
one time it
see.
actually was him.
But when it's so obvious, doesn't that defeat the purpose?
Nah.
That's just in case you didn't realize the ingenuity of Miss Sparkle and were worried about her throwing out a random, useless clue.
I see. Thank you for your keen insight. Then, let's pretend we were misled by a red herring. This doll. Could it be connected to the case?
I'm acting?
You don't have to play along that hard, you know.
Whose idea was it to make Sampo the straight man? There we go. Die. Ook. Sampo is not straight. He ain't gay for Japard either. I don't know what he is.
This notice seems like a hint for us from Miss Sparkle.
To prevent criminals from hunting our great and lovely Miss Sparkle, the Goldham residents shall abide by the following regulations from today onwards. All retainers and visitors must enter and exit the Goldham residence using the facial recognition system. Those who cannot pass through it will be killed on the spot. These regulations are in effect immediately. You got Jeppy.
That
Yeah, Secret
sounded
has
like
dibs
a
on Jeppy.
story
He
from
can't be gay.
ancient times. And why did the facial recognition system suddenly go out?
This is so her style, isn't it? Doesn't look like there are any more clues. Let's head back to the crime scene.
Yeah, but look how cool I am. Oh!
Next, should we pin down the identity of the perpetrator? This evidence, I've been staring at it all day, but there's nothing that can identify the perp. Lefton, that guy lost his hand. Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured after the incident at the cliff? Right? I remember this one best. Right has a broken leg.
Why don't we flip the question and start by asking who couldn't be the murderer? After all, there are only 3 suspects, so elimination could be a valid method.
If you put it like that, then do you already have someone in mind? Tell me, come on. So, who exactly is the murderer?
It's me.
Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured after the incident at the cliff?
Oop. Face was disfigured, so this wouldn't have recognized him and would have just killed him if it had been him?
Oh, is that so? I feel like the evidence doesn't really
Ta!
match. How about you think it over again?
Could you say it any more condescendingly? Jesus Christ, man, I'm trying my best. One little press, level all of Penacony. Oh, I have to exclude all of them.
So, who exactly... Remember Zhongshan's face?
When is Sampo not condescending? You got me there. Extremely heavy. No one could lift it. Or it'd be hard to lift it with one hand. Oh. Oh, that wasn't the right thing.
Poor guy. He was seriously injured. And
I
was
had the
all
right
wrapped
idea.
up in bandages to
For
keep
some
his
reason, I
good
read
looks safe.
ID as like
If that's
ID
the
recognition
case, then
software.
he couldn't have made it through the Goldhammer residence's facial
no.
recognition system. That
Right
would
idea, wrong
suggest
credits.
that Zhongshan is not the murderer.
Hi, Murloc. How you doing? All right.
So, who exactly... Lefton...
Lost his hand, could not lift a giant hammer.
Based on the bailiff's statement, Lefton's dominant hand was seriously injured to the point where he had to learn how to live using only his left hand. Swinging that giant sledgehammer to murder someone, that must be hard for him. Probably impossible. Lefton's suspicion level can be downgraded.
By process of elimination, it seems that only Wright could be the murderer. That was easy. Let's tell the constable our answer and see what he thinks.
Ah, kitty! Back home after exams, Murloc. Awesome. Oh, what a good bean.
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan. There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit.
The murderer is right.
You have answered correctly! As expected, you didn't disappoint, Lady Black Swan. Game rules stipulate I must tell you where the next puzzle is.
Huh? The next puzzle? I didn't sign up for this.
Looks like the key to winning lies not in the puzzle itself, but in the motives behind Miss Sparkle's strange behavior. I'm afraid
I
this
miss
chase
it.
may just go on forever.
I miss the cabaret so
I
much.
have to remind you that Sparkle is a masked fool? Do you plan on finding logic in the mind of a masked fool?
Yeah, imagine a masked fool being logical. Wait.
That's exactly what I plan on doing. Even if it's just subjective, there must be an overall principle behind the behavior. Memories cannot lie, and hers may just understand more about her than she does herself. Right now, let's follow her train of thought and head to the next puzzle. I hope this time we can get ahead of the Bloodhound family. I want to try and avoid using my Memo Keeper powers.
So why are you so focused on Sparkle's challenge? Or should I ask, are you more focused on Sparkle herself?
Stop! Stop saying things! Was she right? You have a crushy, was she?
I told you, it's purely out of a spirit of competitiveness. And as a Memo Keeper, I also have to fulfill my responsibilities and harvest some interesting memories.
Oh, I just realized the city's fucking dead again. Everyone's gone. Terrifying.
Become part of the family. Raise a glass and enjoy feast fit for a king.
Whoa, this place is a complete mess. And those two weirdos are probably here too.
There's nobody else at the scene. Seems like Miss Sparkle used the same method to send dreamers back to reality. Let's talk to those two there, then.
Watched a new Tucker, or whatever his name is, interview with Putin. It'd be funny to see dude realize in real time that the guy wasn't the new Napoleon, but autistic grandpa with autism and schizophrenia. Oh god. Is that what Putin is? Jesus. But also said grandpa was a sociopathic war criminal.
You finally made it! We don't know what we'd do without your help.
I got nothing, ma'am.
Why are you talking like that? Is this some sort of artistic performance that young people are into these days?
Is there something wrong with the way we are talking? Deputy Sheriff, am I talking in a strange way?
Oh, of course not, Sheriff. The way you talk is no stranger than the cat that climbs the apple tree in my grandma's backyard.
Huh. The skit this time is a modernist one.
Let's discuss this difficult case then. The victim
I was gonna say, yeah, so all these constables and sheriffs and whatnot are just the same voice actors as Sparkle,
Her
right?
again.
Being dumb.
Sparkle really is obsessed with scripting her own death.
Oh, for the laughter. If you undercut me one more time, I swear I'm gonna kick you in the butt.
Oh my. She swears on Aha like a god. Which I know he technically is.
She didn't come back out.
I know he technically is, but just saying stuff like that has big, oh my Satan energy.
After a long time, the shopkeeper went in to see what was going on, but instead discovered Miss Sparkle's body. She had been strangled to death. There were 3 suspects on the scene, namely a Pepeshi shopkeeper named Wright, a Foxian gambler named Zhang Shan, and a wealthy Intellitron trader called Lefton.
Our old friends.
Except different
It's
races.
not just to aid your memory. We've added more descriptions to help tell them apart.
Miss Sparkle is so gracious.
You've made them all different races
Based on
instead.
surveillance footage, witness testimony, and various pieces of evidence, the killer is ultimately among these three, and they were not working in cahoots.
You're too lazy to be a suspect, right?
Oh, for the laughter! If I talk any more with you, it'll make my pure soul filthy!
Yeah, I think that ship sailed, sister.
Detective Black Swan, the dossiers are over here. You can learn more about the suspects from me. I trust you'll be able to cut through the hogwash and find out who Miss Sparkle's killer is.
I once again hope Sampo is actually Aha or some kind of incarnation of him and is just internally seething at him using his name in vain.
Let me introduce the identities of these suspects to you. It's very straightforward. First of all is the shopkeeper, right? He's one of the Papashi people and only stands as tall as Sparkle's waist, which is often a source of teasing for him. He can get pretty salty about it. Next up, you have the merchant Lefton. He wants to join up with the Penacony Trading Guild and is in direct competition with Miss Sparkle. That could be a motive for killing her. Finally, there is the gambler Zhongshan. He lost a bet to Miss Sparkle, and he had to hand over his family heirloom. It's possible he harbored a grudge against her. That's all the information we have. Do you need me to repeat it?
That won't be necessary.
I'm
remember
good.
it all.
Serenade the glow. Get your tickets for Robin's Life in the Song concert while they're hot.
Morphin' time! What? Ow, ow.
There's an accounting book lying on the ground. It must have been specially placed there by Sparkle.
On the title page is written Chen Katong. Is that someone's name? A code name. Oh, I think it's the name of the owner of this book.
This Jian Katong person should be Sparkle's targeted victim this time around.
Oh, they did. Don't play with my heart like that. Why'd they make it look like experience books? I need more of
there's
those,
the
man.
tie.
That skit before said that the deceased was strangled. Is this tie some kind of joke murder weapon?
The tag on the tie reads, "Only for Imperial Master Lefton." Seems like it's one of Miss Sparkle's personal belongings.
That's not how you use the word imperial. So, it's just like the first case then. Only 2 pieces of evidence. The rest hidden inside her memories again, right?
Miss Sparkle doesn't want to distract your investigation.
She doesn't want to distract our investigation? What a law-abiding citizen this Sparkle is. Why doesn't she surrender then?
Oh, God. I don't know what they paid Roger Rose, but it wasn't enough. He's come a long way from taco meat. Can't do stairs. Too cool for stairs.
A little stool that seems quite normal. There are 2 small footprints drawn on it in crayon.
The footprints, which are half as big as standard, must belong to a Pepeshi person.
Perhaps it's just that this person's drawing skills are extraordinary.
No. I doubt it, but okay. Interesting hypothesis, I suppose. Ah. Oh, God. Oh, that's terrifying. Who even is that? What actor is that? Gosling, of course it's Gosling. It's always Gosling.
This clock is...
Literally, you Ryan
Open it up
Gosling.
and take a look.
Murloc, not Murdoch. Good God. Eh. Easy clap. Some of those puzzles are mildly annoying because it requires the position of the mirror to be like
was it planted inside
pixel perfect.
Device?
Because this ring was found inside the victim's
That one was
mouth.
fine though.
We want to reconstruct the scene of the crime.
In the victim's mouth.
Ew.
Hey, there's something engraved inside the ring. Zhongshan family heirloom. What's that smell?
Bah!
Why is there a smoked red herring there?
Mr. Sampo, take a look.
Shut the
This
fuck up,
is a
game.
wonderful smoked red herring.
Somebody save me from this cringe joke.
Do we need that as a redeem? I feel like we might need that as a bit alert. Jesus Christ.
Even among the fools I know, Miss Sparkle's sense of humor stands out from the rest.
She's terrible.
Have you dealt with many masked fools before?
Yeah, we already have Yusuke, that's true.
No, only a handful. After all, I prefer warm memories baked in sunshine. They're the ones that usually belong to kind people.
You don't want the memories of the equivalent of you don't want the memories of people from Space 4chan? What? That's crazy.
That's good. Let's head out.
I have to thank you, Mr. Assistant Detective, but the puzzle this time is pretty strange.
Have you found out who the killer is?
Just some shallow intuition. Anyway, let's report back to the sheriff for now.
Memories?
Oh, for the laughter! Didn't think I'd be seeing Detective Black Swan so soon. What's that? You found out who the killer is?
She's got to stop saying that. I'm not kidding. That has Satan damn it energy all over it. I'm not here for her referring to Aha in that way.
Pretty much.
You live up to your reputation, Detective Black Swan. As smart as the nest of magpies roosting in the roof of my Uncle Frank's garage.
You have an Uncle Frank?
This guy is mixing up his birds here.
Then go ahead. Who is the killer? And what evidence do you have to prove the case?
I have no idea.
Then let us appreciate your powers of deduction.
I actually have no idea. We found quote-unquote evidence left behind from all three of the guys this time. I don't know how we do this, but we'll figure it out.
Have you solved the case? This guy, Zhongshan, is a card shark who used to play Get the Koi with Miss Sparkle. He gambled away his entire family fortune.
Her murder probably said secondhand only. Sparkle probably left at the crime scene to prove she actually did assault someone. Yeah?
This evidence doesn't really prove that he is the murderer.
It doesn't. Looks like Miss Sparkle is more careful than I thought.
His ring was there?
This ring is a piece of evidence, right?
That's right. That's the one. What would a penniless wretch of a gambler like Zhongshan be doing at such a fancy fashion store as this? Because he was planning on robbing it. He'd stolen Lefton's tie and was just about to get away when he saw Miss Sparkle, the one who'd stolen his family fortune from him. So he darted into the changing room and tried to get back his ring. Who could have known that Miss Sparkle would end up swallowing that ring? All Zhongshan could do was use the tie in his hand to try and strap down her neck to prevent her from swallowing the ring. But he unexpectedly managed to strangle Miss Sparkle to death. What a tragedy! If it weren't for your incisive detective work, the murderer would still be at large.
Is something wrong here? This is too easy. The first
Yeah, I
case
was gonna
wasn't
say,
hard,
there's evidence
but
pointing
this
to
one-
all of them. I figured that was gonna be the gimmick, because we have to present evidence that proves all three of them were the killer.
As you can imagine, the conclusions that the evidence points to are not mutually exclusive. Which means, this is probably another prank from Miss Sparkle. Mr. Assistant Detective, please feel free to point out a suspect as the murderer.
Ah, I see. Sheriff, the murderer is Lefton. The evidence is the tie, right?
Correct, Detective Sampo. I never thought you'd be able
Okay,
to
yeah.
deduce the truth.
Sheriff, the murderer is right. The evidence is the stool, right?
Just heard about the P4D Shadow World remix and let you just say somebody made Yukio's cooking possible in music form? Oh, God.
Yes! For the laughter, how did I fail to realize this formidable intellect of yours?
I don't remember what it sounds like. I don't remember a lot of the P4 remixes. I remember I actually really disliked a lot of the ones in 5 Dancing for whatever reason.
Dad, right from
I'd
the
have to
start,
hear it.
there was no murderer. The evidence is the ring. Whatever, I'm just spitballing here.
Goodness me! Deputy Sheriff is really a genius. How could such an unfathomable mystery be solved so easily by him?
Look, Miss Sparkle has given us a puzzle where every single answer is correct.
Why take it so seriously? Miss Sparkle is a masked fool, not a masked genius. If it's a challenging puzzle you want, please go out there and turn right until you get to the Intelligentsia Guild. We're only responsible for providing an entertaining detective experience.
Well, you should start doing that then. Ayo!
Anyway, since our genius detective Black Swan has cracked the case, I will now share Miss Sparkle's next puzzle with you.
So that's it? This is just going to go on and on forever? We can't do that.
Then I wish you both the best. Oh yes, if you're not in a hurry, I can tell you the answers for some of the outcomes you never chose.
No.
And that concludes the news. I wish you all safe and sound dreams.
Just as you said, solving puzzles is all just a cover for something else. That girl is toying with us. What should we do now? Just keep getting led around by her?
Truly, Miss
Next,
Sparkle
a
is
Rubik's
fascinating
Cube.
person. She seems chaotic inside, but easy enough to understand. Like a performer on the stage or child hungering for attention. This game will be over soon. This time, we're going to catch her.
Next episode, Sampo punts a child into orbit. Yeah!
Miss Black Swan, Mr. Sampo, you're finally here. I am the famed detective of Penacony, and next to me here is my assistant detective.
Columbo!
A murder in a locked room has left us all stumped.
As expected, another change in setting.
Yesterday, my assistant and I were visiting the famed artist Miss Sparkle, and we stayed the night. But this morning, Miss Sparkle didn't come out of her bedroom. The butler, Jean-Chen, said that the door was locked from inside, so we ought not to have disturbed her. But Miss Sparkle had never slept in so late. And no matter how hard he knocked, there was no answer from inside.
As soon as I heard, I knew something must have happened. So I acted decisively and broke the door down to get inside.
The room was covered in spattered blood. Miss Sparkle's body was lying right in the middle, her face white as snow. One look told me she'd been dead for some time.
Thinking quickly, I grabbed the artist canvas to staunch Miss Sparkle's blood, but... alas, poor Miss Sparkle. She's left us now forever.
Besides us and Zhongshan the butler, Left and the cook and Wright the driver were also at the scene of the crime. What would you like to do?
Presumably, Miss Sparkle is now carefully arranging the next crime scene, right? Why don't you skip all this rigmarole and just have a heart-to-heart conversation with me? It might tickle a little.
Wait up! Wait up!
Honest kid. I know where you are, Miss Sparkle.
No
cheating!
Mr. Assistant Detective. You seem to be getting anxious.
No,
Uh-oh.
It's... This locked room murder case is pretty fun. I want to guess who it was.
Oh god, has it actually just been her
Can't go
impersonating him again the
waiting,
whole time? God damn it.
Hey, Miss Black Swan, wait up! Wait up! Miss Sparkle has one.
Where's my real hubby?
Ding-a-ling! Now comes the most exciting and romantic moment in any drama.
Oh my god.
The
Do it.
audience challenge.
Speaking of Yukiko,
Everyone
Neo,
knows
holy
that
shit.
the last fool Sparkle can
Do
change
it.
her appearance to look like others. And in this drama, the villain Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. So then, I put to you, which character is it? Also, if you're interested in the locked room case that the memo keeper ignored,
Put it
you
on!
can try out your
Do
powers
it!
of deduction. I put lots into coming up with the puzzle, so don't let it go to waste.
I wonder.
Thus, the masked genius Miss Sparkle has thrown down the gauntlet. All the clues are in motion. Happy hunting!
Ay. I don't know, on one hand it almost feels too obvious because she was already imitating him in the main quest.
Miss, why didn't you just do this earlier?
Such a crude approach violates my aesthetics of memory. But as a means to an end, I need to put this aside for a more indifferent process.
Clocky's Pizza. Oh boy.
There's no weird, sweet dreams troupe, nor is there evidence strewn all over the place. We finally caught up with her. But what's that thing? A Bella Boggian trash can? In Penacony?
Yeah, why not?
Hey! Dear Memo Keeper and Mr. Coldfeet, You made it. I didn't expect you to skip the final puzzle. That's on me. All right. Miss Sparkle cares not for the faults of ants like me. Come then, this is the final question. Listen up. What creature has 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night?
No murder case this time around.
Sometimes it's nice to
Clocking
take
speeds it
things
now with 20% more tetanus
Come on,
shots.
dear. Give me your answer then.
A person.
Since it's a classic puzzle, the answer is people, right?
Wah, wah. Wrong answer. How could it be as boring as that?
I figured it wouldn't be, but I don't feel like doing mental gymnastics.
Sparkle.
Sparkle, you
When
are a
sleepy
people.
In the morning, she can't get out of bed.
You're a
She
dumb
runs about
people,
all afternoon
but you are a
with
people.
Bluster, so is exhausted by evening, but has to still raise a hand to hold a toothbrush. Poor Sparkle. So naturally, she's got 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night.
Wasn't
What
Sparkle the
the heck was
homophobic
that
one last
jibber
time?
jabber?
If you're referring to the fact that she like went all in on like shitting on Aventurine, then yes, she is.
What a cute answer.
Thanks for the compliment, my dear. But you can't try to fool me, seeing as you've just tried to cheat. Wrong answer. Accept your punishment.
Well, all right.
Ah,
What are you waiting to betray my customer?
Well, at least I can show off one of the
I
fights
charge
against the trash
extra.
cans. Did I screw that up somehow yesterday?
Destiny isn't chosen. Ill tidings manifest.
More business, eh?
May as well kill them all.
I'm gonna hold everyone.
Stand still. Time to say bye. Boom.
Yeah, the gimmick with the trash cans is that like they get weaknesses as you hit them,
Holy smokes!
and then they
What's
just
up
leave as
with
soon as
this
you weakness
guy?
break them.
He just came out swinging from nowhere.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No voices? This guy's pretty quiet.
Miss, let's hurry up. Flip open the lid and find the girl.
Wait. Don't move. Something's off.
You killed Sparkle!
You bastard!
How is this possible? How can people die inside Penacony's dreamscape? In the Garden of Recollection. What did you do?
A body has been discovered.
You did this, didn't you? Killing people in their dreams. Only the Remembrance has the powers to do that. You planned it out all from the start because she teased you and was pranking you. You wanted to kill her. Oh, I understand. You refused to let me go because you wanted to drag me into all of this. If I don't agree, I'll end up just like she did.
Sure.
There is no death inside Penacony's dreamscape.
Uh-huh.
That's the promise of the family and the blessing of the harmony. Not even a memo keeper can break this barrier.
Well, there you go. That sucks a lot of punch out of the main plot. Not that I wasn't already convinced that like there would be some kind of out, but damn. Way to defuse it immediately. Okay. All right. Good to know.
There's no need to take such great pains. If you just want confirmation, I've already told you the answer, Miss Sparkle.
Miss Sparkle? Who are you talking to?
We know! Speaking of the main quest, come on, man.
You.
Man, am I ever gonna get to see my actual hubby again?
Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. Wouldn't that be you, Mr. Sampo?
This? Don't jump to conclusions!
If you want to accuse me of being Sparkle, you have to provide the evidence.
Oh, I'm afraid evidence is a little too hard to come by. So, deduction will do.
The hint for the final question was a little too obvious.
Oh, you mean the locked room murder? I thought you weren't doing that one.
Ooh, Murloc, Jesus, how'd you manage that one? Get some Neosporin on that.
All the painstaking effort that Miss Sparkle put into it. How could I ever miss it? The key to solving the puzzle lay in two pieces of information put forward by the detectives. First, the large splatter of blood at the crime scene. Second, the victim had been dead for some time. Based on my shallow understanding, I can only draw two conclusions. One is that the murderer did not need to create a locked room case, because a locked room always needs a reason to exist. But, based on the detective's description, this locked room did not delay the discovery of the body. There was
Man,
no
you love
third
plot
party at the
lines about
crime scene to
placating
film,
Brad
and
with
the
the
blood
Luminos
everywhere
game.
didn't look like a fake suicide.
Oh, God.
That being so, the murderer seems to have no reason for creating a locked room. There is also reason to speculate that if the
God, they
crime
still
scene
haven't
was
cut
a
back to
locked
that
room,
plot, to
then
that
its
plot
creator
point.
might not necessarily
Ever since they
be the
got ambushed
murderer.
by Big Mama.
As for my second conclusion, it's even
Terrible.
more obvious still. When everyone broke into the scene of the crime, why did the assistant rush off to staunch the blood? A trained professional was somehow happily destroying a crime scene just to save someone who's obviously been dead a while. The answer is simple. It's because the assistant detective
Luffy told him to go to the
is
next island.
the
I know
murderer.
that, but that was
At the time, I
before
was in
they got
such a
ambushed
hurry
by
that I
Big
didn't
Mama.
hear the whole mystery. I tentatively
Last we saw
speculated
them,
that
they
the
were under
murderer had
attack.
killed the victim the night before, but hadn't locked the door from the inside. And so, when he learned this piece of information, he realized that the victim had created their own locked room mystery. That's why he had
That was
to
during the
rush to
ambush he
crime
told them to
scene
go.
as
Doesn't
soon as
change the fact
possible
that they were
to
under
confirm
attack.
whether or not the
I don't know
victim
how
left
he
any
expects them to
evidence
get away or
implicating
how
him.
they got away.
And, judging by his behavior, it probably had something to do with that canvas. Like some final words. Of course, this is just a simple mind game. The answer to the puzzle isn't important. Miss Sparkle just wanted to pass on one hint to me. That the murderer is the assistant detective. Which means it's you, Mr. Sampo. I've been using this term of address, but it was you who first came up with it.
Has anyone ever told you that you're more like a detective than a memo keeper?
In my opinion, there is no difference between the two. Follow ripples along the surface of the water. Use some abilities and tricks to keep diving deeper, and touch that secret deep inside people's hearts. Salvage it, and protect them carefully. The truth does not lie. Neither do memories.
Exquisite reasoning, and very close to the truth. But I have another answer. Would you like to hear it?
Another answer?
You! You're
The
Sparkle.
great artiste Sparkle locked herself away in her bedroom, using red paint to create the semblance of spattered blood everywhere. And that assistant detective who was first on the scene, who confirmed her death, was not the murderer, but rather an accomplice who assisted her in faking her own death.
What a pity. Such a pity. My dear, you were so close to the right answer.
So it actually was him?
Unfortunately, the right answer is... Miss Sparkle's body. Sparkle was disguised as Sparkle's body. Ding-a-ling! I won!
Does Miss Sparkle's body even count as a real character?
It does not. She
Why
cheated.
not? Miss Sparkle's body.
Well, now we
appeared
can
in
kill her
all
for
three
real.
of
Hey,
the
Goggle.
skits just then.
All the men from a virus of ill
It's a
intent. I'm
little
so
bit
sorry. Hope
forced,
you're
but
feeling better.
It's fine.
It's going.
So, who is this Mr. Sampo then?
We played Columbo.
Beautiful lady, I already confessed everything to you earlier on. I really didn't know a thing. I just helped a friend send a letter.
You don't have any friends.
All.
So I've been running a fool's errand this whole time.
Literally.
My dear, why so serious?
Stop.
Haven't you been having a great time? I have at least.
Stop referencing that.
You take memories, and I get joy. We get what we need from each other.
At least this got you
Yes,
30
we're
J's,
such
Bill.
kindred spirits.
Do you even play? I
But
forget.
also such loners. Why don't you come and work with me? Ooh, we can dance ballet together.
Oh,
Semantics.
am I understanding this correctly? A masked fool inviting me to work together?
A show of unprecedented splendor is about to be staged in Penacony. If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes. If you want to appreciate this drama, you have to stand up under that spotlight as you take the stage and watch the dancing envelop you. Come with me. This is the best seat in the house.
I don't really understand why you're so fixated on destroying family barriers.
On a kick for
But,
stage-related
as I
plot
said
lines? Yeah,
before,
really.
A memo keeper can't help you. It's frankly above my pay grade.
I'm not going to help you troll
Also,
Space Vegas.
I don't consider you a loner. Oh, I don't mean him, but rather behind you. The one who hired you to come to Penacony probably doesn't want you secretly linking up with other forces, right?
How did you know?
Memory is like the deep blue sea. But if you tried to catch two fish with one cast, you might not be satisfied with your catch.
So, you mean you're refusing? Memo Keeper, did you think you could just leave?
Why not?
My dear, I don't want to scare you. You'll know the answer sooner or later. We're just getting to know each other a little today. If you ever change your mind, come find me at the tavern. That is, if you can find me. Let's go, Sampo? Sampo.
What?
Sampo?
What?
This is Bellabog, right?
I said, why not? Don't worry. Such a crude approach violates my statics of memory. So once you leave my sight, you'll be able to remember everything again.
Oh, she did
Also,
something to him, okay.
I'm sorry, my dear. My dream dance partner? I've already got sights on someone else.
Who are you talking to? Me or them? The fuck was that?
What a special dream this has been. Did you notice its nested structure? Being part of a play inside
At least she didn't turn them into
Dreamscape,
toys.
which is
Fair enough.
captivating as being in a dream within a dream.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know what the fuck that was. I gotta be real with you, Doc.
That's the end of Miss Black Swan's dream bubble. Are you satisfied with yours?
She dropped off the memory bubble, so probably Trailblazer. Okay. I don't know who else she could have her eye on. I don't know what that means. How fascinating.
I also found this dream suitably fascinating. You've gained joy from it. You've gained joy from it. And Miss Black Swan surely also feels gratified, yes? If we meet again, I will pass your esteemed praise on to her.
Joy is a strong
I
word,
noticed
Edward.
that the people in your dream were familiar to you. It's worth repeating that dreams are just dreams. And in Pinnacle, dreams can be processed, or even tempered with. Things in our dreams cannot be trusted, let alone in someone else's dreamscape. If there's any information that you'd like to confirm, please do so by the cold, hard light of reality. Sweet dreams.
Really? I wouldn't do anything to her.
Don't worry about that, Memo Keeper. Let's talk about my thing. I've helped you out with everything you've asked, as agreed. Shouldn't you give my mask back to me now?
Oh.
Since when did the masked fools suddenly start respecting agreements? Just kidding. I loved seeing that look on your face. Take this key to the tavern cellar, third barrel on the left. You never saw me. But Sampo, after all this time, what made you suddenly want to take back your mask? This doesn't seem like the Sampo I
The masks
know.
are more than just a symbol, I'm guessing.
Let me guess. A catastrophe is coming to Urello 6.
Uh-oh.
Am I right?
Well, no comment about that. But I love that line you said. If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes. That really makes sense.
Now kill her.
Sometimes even an old-timer like me feels like taking the stage and making a fool out of myself.
If you're all out of options, please get in touch with me. I'm the kind of person who values friendship highly.
No, you ain't.
Forget it. You'll be doing me a favor if you stay away from Bellabog. After all, the elation that Miss Sparkle seeks isn't something old Sempo can stand by.
Except for gay people,
Go
apparently.
tell Giovanni I said hi.
Fine, I'm just spitballing here. Don't take it so seriously. Why so serious?
Stop saying that! We get it! I understand the reference. You're trying too hard, girly. Oh my god. Already seen the bubble. Just want to know, has anyone come looking for me? Should I be expecting someone? Just casually threaten her towards Urello's if she went towards Urello 6. I don't know what that was. There was a lot of implications there. I don't know what any of that necessarily means. I don't know if that implies that something is going to happen to Urello 6 and he needs his mask back to stop it, or if he's going to make something happen to it. Either way, good writing. Good excuse to have, like, a major plot happen there again. Well, they, since, you know, it takes time to, like, actually make the full-on new plans or whatever. New blood pack. Never pull for that character. What's up? Should I be expecting someone? The fool named Sparkle is currently searching all over the place for that dream bubble. Don't know what her intentions are, but allowing it to slip into her hands will only make the situation more confusing. Do me a favor and reclaim it. Sure thing. Which is reassuring. I'll go with you. Don't remember where it was left. Can you remind me? Dreamkeeper sales stuff. I mean... One, how could she forget? But two, like, I just got it back, right? Tee-hee, tee-hee! Oh. Ah! Shut up. Please don't come back. Well. I got baited. Not sure why she wants it, but we got baited. What happened? We're not gonna tell her we fucked up. On high alert. What can you do to prove something unique? Oh god. Okay. Alright. Alright, you're talking a lot. You're probably her. That's fine. Alright, I guess that's it. Not really sure what the point of that all was, other than to establish that Sparkle is insufferable. And that, like I said, we'll be going back to Eurolove 6 at some point. Not sure what that's gonna entail exactly. But, hey. Neat, I suppose. Alright, that's it. That is it for Sparkle's quest, and we might be done already. All I still have to do is see if this event has voice acting, which requires just talking to Edward again. Okay, seems like it's not. Okay, yep, it's literally just a minigame event. All right. Okay, cool. I don't need a tutorial. No. I'm good. Bruh. Does anybody read these? If it's not voice acted, I don't care. I care a little. I actually feel really, really bad. There's a, I don't know the full context, because obviously I don't read it if it's not voice acted. If they didn't care enough, why should I? But I did glimpse the fact that one of the non-voice little, generic, not generic, but like one of these missions, the blue ones or whatever. One of the, I think I may have accidentally helped a woman kill herself. I feel slightly bad about it. I don't know the full context, I don't know for sure if that's what I did, but I realized too late, oh shit, what did I just do? So just a heads up for anybody who butt mashes through those like me. If you do a quest and at some point have to keep getting asked to hold on to some lady's hand, keep holding on. Don't let her go. It'll take a couple of tries, but don't give up and let her go like I did. Or do, if you're into that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not and feel bad. I shouldn't give a fuck, but I do. Alright, okay. Well, that was a lot quicker than I thought. Actually, it was about what I thought. That's right. I had looked this up, and it said, I've had a couple videos, and none of them were, like, more than an hour and a half long. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Alright, well, I hate to...
Discard your worthless destiny.
Shush, ma'am. Well, I hate to have it be such a short one, because Lord knows I should be focusing on raising money right now, but like I said, Fire Emblem 4 is like pulling teeth, and I have yet to do any grinding in P3P, so I can't exactly switch over to that. I suppose I could switch and do the Genshin event, but not really. I'm not really feeling it. I'll worry about that another night and just binge it all in one go. Maybe tomorrow if well, I don't know. I don't know for sure what I'm doing tomorrow. Like I said, I have yet to do the necessary grinding I had said I would do in P3P, which isn't necessary. Like again, it wasn't grinding for levels or anything. Just grinding for money and to clear out some of those quests. So if anything tomorrow, if I can't get it done, I might go ahead and go back to Fire Emblem 4 since I'm at least caught up on that. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know. If I can't get P3P done, I might do that, but I don't think I'm gonna have time. So yeah, I'd probably expect FE4. But yeah, I think we're just gonna do some early One Piece. Why not? We're again, we're going at a pretty decent pace, but there's still a lot left to go. So we can just do some chugging today. Maybe get as many as 3 episodes done. We'll see. 3 hour long episodes. But alright. Yeah, this is probably the last we'll see of Star Rail until the next update. If this seems to be the big new event of it, and it's not voice acted, so I imagine none this patch will be. I guess there could be another companion quest at the end, or in the second half. On that note, did I not get any new guests from that? Yeah, no, I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't see a notification about Black Swan or Sparkle visiting me on the Express now. That's weird. I thought I understood how the companion quests were gonna work, but, like, they've just kind of gotten stranger and stranger. Not sure how to feel about it, but whatever. It was amusing. I got to see the real Sampo after getting cucked in the main plot. And also, like, again, the fact that, I don't know, she revealed that so casually. Was she full of shit there because everybody else she was talking to in that entire segment was full of shit? Or, like, is it actually, like, oh, if you die in the dream, you're fine? Like, you'll wake up in the real world, no harm, no foul? Because that, if she really did kind of,
Noise.
Argenti didn't join, was that a companion quest, technically? I thought that was main plot. Hey, yeah, wait, you can replay quests in this game now. I forgot. Can I go back and stop that woman from dying? I wonder. No, damn it, it's just a log. I can't actually replay it. Damn it! Ah, whatever. You bet even a swan had guessed that the body double Sparkle, she would have pulled some dog water twist still. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she's an agent of chaos. As evidenced by her excessive quoting of the Dark Knight. And alright. Yeah. But yeah, I don't remember for sure about Argenti, but Secret says it is. I trust her. But yeah, I don't know what they're doing for the second half. Again, I don't watch live streams and probably still won't. I could at some point watch those all those new trailers or whatever they put out, but I don't know. Should I bother? I won't bother for now. Maybe later. Maybe I'll watch them before the next stream happens. But yeah. Unless I decide to pull for Sparkle, which I kind of don't want to after seeing more of her there. But we'll see. We'll see. I do like her voice actress and her kit, and I do appreciate the fact that she is such a unapologetic dickhead. But whatever. I'll wait for there to be actual leaks. Apparently the beta for this game got delayed, so we've had like no leaks of Macaroni or Venturine's kits. Kind of want to know what they're about before I make any definitive decisions on what to pull for going forward. Alright. Whatever. We'll be back here at some point. I'll be back here tomorrow, maybe, with something. Thank you all very much for joining me. Special thanks to Fusion, Ninja, Go-Kart tier patrons, Vroom Vroom. If you want to help support Sparkle being a dickhead, check out the links in the description. Love you guys. Nighty-night.